This is six-time IFBB Bikini Pro Champion Brina Martinez, and I take ZMA5 to make sure that I get the zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6 needed to keep my immune system healthy and snack strong.
Good afternoon and welcome to the final press conference before the big showdown ahead of Zurdo Barrera live here at Bank of California Stadium in Los Angeles, California, where Friday night, July 9th, live on DAZN, you can catch all the boxing action brought to you, of course, by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. Catch all the action as the undercard will start at 12:15 Pacific and then the live DAZN stream at 6 p.m. on the West Coast. First up, opening on the DAZN card. Again, this will kick off at 6 p.m. Pacific. Two undefeated contenders, 19-0, Hector Tanajara Jr. will put his undefeated record on the line against another undefeated cohort. That is William Zepeda, who is 22-0. How about a big hand for both of these undefeated fighters? All right, we're going to start with you, Hector, San Antonio, Texas. Welcome to LA. I hope you're enjoying the weather. First question. What do you feel a win over a tough, undefeated guy like Zepeda is going to do for your career?
First off, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. I feel like a win over William Zepeda would put me in the talks for some big fights in this weight class. And that's what I'm looking to do. You know, I'm looking to be a world champion soon.
Excellent. William, this is your time. Are you ready for this moment?
Que este combate es un momento para demostrar de lo que eres y por qué.
Pues la verdad es un combate muy complicado, me siento muy emocionado el estar en esta gran cartelera donde estarán grandes peleadores y pues para mí un gran reto el demostrar quién es William Zepeda ante un gran peleador.
Yes, it's an exciting card. It's a big card for me. I'm excited to be on such a card with such great fighters, so it really is a big challenge for me to demonstrate who I am.
All right, Hector, back over to you. Your opponent has stopped his last 12 opponents. Does this worry you at all?
No, it doesn't worry me at all. He has a lot of knockouts, but he hasn't faced the opposition that I have. And I think that's a big factor, and that's going to show in this fight.
Okay. William, I'm going to give you the last question. There's a lot of talk about this fight being perhaps the stealer of the show. You guys could possibly take away the fight of the night. Does that add any pressure to you? And what do you think it is about the two of you that would make people think this could be a great fight?
William, la última pregunta para ti. ¿Por qué crees que esta pelea es tan esperada? ¿Qué es lo que trae cada uno de ustedes que causa que la gente piense así? ¿Y te va a dar más presión?
Pues es una pelea muy importante tanto creo para mí y para Héctor porque los dos somos mexicanos y creo que cuando dos mexicanos están arriba del ring damos un espectáculo seguro. Creo que bueno, Héctor tiene un estilo muy elusivo, yo tengo un estilo de mucha presión, también sé boxear, entonces creo que va a ser una gran pelea y espero Héctor se haya preparado bien para poder brindar un gran espectáculo al público.
Well, this fight is very important for me and for Hector. We're two Mexicans, and when two Mexicans fight, we always give a great show for sure. Hector has a style that's very elusive. I like to pressure, but I also know how to box. So I hope that he's come very well prepared to give a great fight and to give a great show to the fans.
Well, there you have it, folks. These two undefeated Mexican fighters in the ring Friday night, opening up on DAZN at 6 o'clock. Let's get both of you up front, please, for one stare down before you meet again tomorrow for the official weigh-in prior to the big event. Again, Hector Tanajara Jr. of San Antonio, Texas, the undefeated. Also puts his undefeated record on the line. Both fighters heading in undefeated. William Zepeda at 22-0, including 12 stoppages in his last 12 fights. It's happening here at Union at the Bank of California Stadium in Los Angeles, California, Friday night, live on DAZN. Hector Tanajara, William Zepeda, thank you, gentlemen, and we will see you tomorrow for the weigh-in. Welcoming from East LA, Seniesa Super Bad Estrada, and she'll take on Tenkai Tsunami. All right, Tenkai, we're going to go with you first. You're a great champion from Japan. What made you want to come to Los Angeles and fight Seniesa in her backyard?
挑戦者のホームであるアメリカに来て試合をすることを決めた理由を教えてください。
はい、やっぱチャンピオンであるので、誰が挑戦してきても受けようと思ってきました。そして、エストラーダ選手、とてもいい選手だと思うんですが、勝つ自信があるので受けました。
I'm a champion, so no matter where, no matter who, I fight, and then I never refuse to get an offer, any offer. I know Estrada is very great fighter, but I'm confident to win this fight.
All right, Seniesa, you're fighting at home. How does it feel to have the target on your back? It's usually the other way around.
No, it feels great to have the target on my back. It feels great to just come into another world title fight after just getting out of one in March. But those are my goals. Those are my dreams. I want to be multiple world champion at different divisions. And thank you so much to Golden Boy Promotions for making that happen, because after my last world title fight, Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya told me personally, we're going for unifications and world titles fights only, and that's what I want. And I know Tenkai Tsunami is very she fights with a lot of pride and a lot of courage, and much respect to her for coming here to fight me.
Speaking on that, Tenkai, this now is your 5th different country that you'll be fighting in. How happy are you to come to America, fight on a Golden Boy card, and worldwide on DAZN?
これは5カ国目の海外遠征になりますけれども、あなたにとってアメリカで試合をすること、ゴールデンボーイ、DAZNで試合をすること、どういう意味がありますか？
そうですね、他の国ともあんま変わらないんですが、でもボクシングで盛り上がってるというアメリカで、そしてDAZNでももう全世界配信というところで、私にとってもアピールできるチャンスだと思っています。
I've never imagined to fight in America, as there is no lighter weight class fights of female in America. But Seniesa's accomplishment brought this here, so which is great, really great. And this is my opportunity to showcase my boxing skill to the global fans.
Great, thank you. Okay, Seniesa, we'll finish up with you. How special is it for you to be the face of women's boxing now? You're bringing a huge following into the arena, and so many are going to find out who Seniesa Estrada is on Friday night.
Yeah, it feels amazing. It's everything I've ever dreamed of since I was a little girl. I started boxing when I was 8, so the struggle and the journey to get to where I am right now has been very difficult. There's been more struggles than there was great moments, but now it feels great that all the hard work is paying off, because I remember fighting in LA multiple times in the beginning of my career with not being televised, not having a promoter, not making any money, and to just see where I am now is just amazing. So I have a lot of women and girls who look up to me, so I just want to continue to be that example.
That's great. Seniesa Estrada, ladies and gentlemen, Tsunami taking center stage Friday night. If we can get you center stage right now for a face-off, please. WBA Flyweight Championship of the World on the line as Tsunami puts her belt up against the LA native herself, Seniesa Super Bad Estrada. Again, live on DAZN Friday night from here at Bank of California Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Thank you, ladies. We will see you Friday inside the ring. And of course, we'll see you at the weigh-in as well as we make our way Contending for the vacant WBC interim lightweight title from South El Monte, California, Joseph Jojo Diaz Jr. He'll be taking on tough contender, who's also celebrating a birthday today, 32 years young, Javier Fortuna. All right, Jojo, your opponent, as usual, has not been shy in voicing his opinions on you and the fight Friday night. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, all my opponents, man, that's all they do is just talk the shit. But once we step inside that ring, it's a whole different story. So I'm just gonna let my actions do the talking.
All right, Javier, have all these changes of fights frustrated you or made you more hungry to beat just anybody they put in front of you?
Javier, ¿te han frustrado todos esos cambios o te ha dado más hambre o ganas para derrotar a cualquier persona que enfrentas?
Buenas tardes, gracias a Dios por toda esta oportunidad. Esto me ha motivado muchísimo a ver todos esos cambios. Sé que al final y al cabo era una estrategia, pero lo que me ha propuesto me ha motivado mucho más. Estar concentrado en mi gimnasio y la preparación.
Good afternoon. I thank God for this opportunity. And yes, I'm motivated. You know, there have been changes, but what I've done is just changed my strategy and kept training hard in the gym to give a great fight.
Okay, Jojo, going back over to you. You fought back in February. 5 months later, you're back inside the ring. Is that the plan moving forward, to stay active?
Absolutely. I mean, I was very, very mad that things had to go that way, the way it did. Being inactive for a year, and especially after having one of the best performances with Tevin Farmer. But I moved all past that. I know that this opportunity happened for a reason, and I know that it's an opportunity that God created for me, and I'm willing to take on the tough challenges always. And I plan on taking the tough challenge with Javier Fortuna. A lot of people have been ducking him. But I'm going to go out there and execute my game plan and go out there and showcase to everybody what I'm all about and why I was a 130-pound champion and why I'm going to be a major threat at 135.
Excellent, Jojo. Final question for you, Javier. What type of fight should we expect for this highly anticipated co-main event Friday night?
Javier, ¿qué tipo de pelea podemos esperar de este anticipado duelo coestelar de este viernes?
Bueno, mi estilo de pelea, todo el mundo sabe que a mí lo que me gusta es pelear, a mí lo que me gusta es guerrear y fuego. No es lo mismo, yo le voy a hacer ver a él aquí en su mismo ciudad. No es lo mismo llamar al diablo que verlo llegar. Y llegó el momento y mañana será.
You know what my style is? I like to fight. It's one thing to call out the devil, but it's a totally different thing to see him coming at you. That's what's going to happen this Friday.
Well, there you hear it, folks. Live right here, Bank of California. Gentlemen, please come to the center. Please face up to the camera. Joseph Jojo Diaz Jr. of South El Monte, California, taking on Javier Fortuna. WBC interim lightweight title. Catch it live on DAZN. This is your co-main event. Joseph Jojo Diaz Jr., Javier Fortuna, Friday night, live on DAZN here in Los Angeles.
It's our home here, and just the fact that we can open up the doors to all the fans, which always has been very important to the company, especially having this fight card that is so stacked. I mean, it's going to be incredible. We can't wait.
Speaking of the fight card, the Rising Stars, how excited are you for that?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, we have 4 great fights on the DAZN telecast, the championship telecast, and those fights are literally like pick'em fights, and that's exactly what we pride ourselves in doing. Look, Seniesa is like fighting for another world title, which I'm so happy for, because not only because we're like from the same hometown, but she's exciting to watch. And And Tsunami is a fighter who is a world champion. She's risking it all, coming to LA. Zurdo is facing a fighter that is in Sullivan who brings a lot to the table. And so, with Jojo and Fortuna who are stepping up, Jojo's a fighter who, I love his attitude now that is just, hey, face me with anyone, I'll fight him. It makes me proud that he's stepping up big time. And then, obviously, we feel very, very proud, especially that it can be here at the LAFC Stadium. Outdoors, we'll have a packed house. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is an exciting event to have, especially here in LA, especially after the 2020 we endured, and now coming into 21 with things opening up for us.
Right.
Looking at the card, as stacked as it is there one fight in particular you think could steal the show?
That can steal the show? I don't know. I just saw my man Crunch Time over there, who is not on the main telecast, but he will be on the worldwide Facebook Watch telecast. He's always a fighter that can really bring it. So I'm excited about that. Every fight is going to be a banger. I think that my matchmakers do a phenomenal job. With Robert Diaz and obviously Eric Gomez. I make sure that we make sure that the fights are great fights. That's what the fans want to see, and not only because of the fans, but also for the preparation and the betterment of the fighters, the styles for them to progress and get better and get experience. It's all a plan, it's all a process, and we're very happy and proud that we have that formula down.
Speaking of that, and I'll let you go with this question, what is that formula to raise up these champions?
The major part about it is that I was a fighter myself. So I understand, I know the process. I've been there. And so I get firsthand, and I know how it's like to get in the ring, to lace up the gloves. I mean, what other big promoter has laced up the gloves? Nobody. So to me, this is not a business. To me, this is like, boxing is my life. And I know that boxing is these fighters' lives. So you have to it's kind of like a balancing act, You have to make sure you put in great fights, but you have to also make sure that you give the fight fans what they want, but you also have to make sure that you're doing what's right for the fighter inside the ring and outside the ring. And nobody else knows better than us, because I've been there, I've done that.
That's a great perspective to look at it from, and we thank you for that. I'm going to let you go with that, ladies and gentlemen. Again,
right. Yeah, good luck to all the fighters.
Thank you, Oscar.
Thanks.
As Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez takes on the rugged Cuban contender, Sullivan Barrera.
Muchas gracias. Buenas tardes a todos. Muy contento por estar aquí. Thank you everyone for coming, and I'm so happy to be here. And it's the fight week, and I'm so excited to put a great show.
Hey, Zurdo, Mexico contra Cuba always provides great fights. What should we expect on Friday night?
Oh, I'm expecting a really good show, exciting fight, and I know him really well, and he knows me, and we know that we're training hard, and we put a great show always. But then at the end of the day, I'm gonna raise my hand and get 42 victories and 28 knockouts.
That's highly ambitious. I know you're capable of it Friday night. Going over to you, Sullivan, you fought great champions like Andre Ward, Bivol, Joseph Smith Jr. Where does Zurdo rank in your top list of fighters?
Voy a hablar en español.
Gabriel.
No, come on. Ask the question again.
¿Qué piensas de Zurdo?
No, I respect Zurdo a lot. Like he talk like we know each other. We training hard. We do sparring together. But now is the it's the time for putting the big show for the boxing fan.
Thank you. And thank you for doing that in English so nobody had to translate. I would screw it up, I know it. Zurdo, so far, has the lead up to your first fight with Golden Boy, how's it been for you?
Well, it's so exciting. I'm so happy to be part of the family Golden Boy, and I'm glad for that. I feel grateful, and to give me the opportunity, Golden Boy. And I just want to put a great show and show all my skills and give all the fans like whatever they want, like good fights, and that's all what I want.
Now, you two have a history together. You've sparred together. You know each other. Is this an advantage for you, Sullivan?
Well, yeah. When you spar with somebody, you know, like, but he can come with something different. But we know it. We work. Doesn't matter. We were at the gym. We saw video, and then we put in that Friday night in the show.
Well, there they are, folks. Your main event Friday night, super middleweight world title on the line. You'll face those cameras up in the front, please. Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, the first Mexican super middleweight world champion. Now moving up to the light heavyweight division. Taking on Cuban contender Sullivan Barrera. Sparring partners of the past will meet up in the square circle on Friday night. Your DAZN main event from here at Bank of California Stadium in LA, California. Want to thank all the fighters as well as Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy himself, for joining us today. Thanks to everyone for watching, and don't forget to tune in on Friday night to see history in the making.